We're back.
Are we back?
Back.
Are we back in black?
We're back and we're black.
I knew you were going to think that's what I said. What's up? It's your man, Jay.
Man, Twon.
It's
Tech
Tech
Taste
Taste
Daily.
Daily. Back in Black. You know, that's one of the first records I ever bought when I was a kid is Back in Black from AC/DC.
AC/DC.
Do you know that song?
I do not.
Why are these white boys talking about being black in black? Back in Black. You never heard that song? It goes hard, bro. I'm telling you. Anyway, when I was a kid, man, that's what. Hey, that was. They played it in my second grade classroom, and all of us kids freaked out, and I had to go buy it. AC/DC. So, hey, man, do you remember? This is way back in the day now when Twitter first became a thing. I know that's a good point. For real. I remember when Twitter first came out, and I thought it was so stupid. I still kind of think it's pretty stupid. But I was like, this will never catch on. Nobody's gonna why would anybody do this? Send out, and I remember
140 characters. Or
Yeah,
60.
I was working at a law firm at the time, and then I was doing part-time at the radio station, and everybody was so enamored with Twitter. It used to bug me. I was like, you guys, this is a trend. You guys are just being trendy. It's never gonna catch on. What can anybody possibly say with whatever the amount of characters was back then? Because back then it was even less characters than it is now.
Oh, it's more now?
It's more now. Yes.
Yeah, I still don't tweet.
Because you don't tweet.
Now, like when we post a new video, it goes out on Twitter.
Right.
If I post a new Instagram photo or something, it goes out on Twitter, but I don't ever go to Twitter directly.
So you're kind of answering my question with
What was the question?
what did you think of Twitter when it first came out? Obviously not much.
I'm still not in there.
Do you believe that Twitter is one of the most important outlets for news that exists in the world now? I mean, I'm speaking from an American perspective. I don't know if it's the same outside of the U.S. But in the U.S., our president, that was his main form of communication.
Don't even get me started.
You know what I'm saying? He was like, TV. No Facebook. No news. Twitter. I'm just gonna tweet. And remember, everybody would get mad at him. Why are you doing these government resolutions on Twitter? He's like, I don't give a fuck.
$0 to give. Fresh out, sorry.
The moment that I realized Twitter was not going away, I remember this very clearly. I was at the law firm, and everybody's head started poking out of the cubicles. What do you call that? You have a name for it.
The prairie dog effect.
Tell people what the prairie dog effect is.
So the prairie dog effect is when you work in a cubicle farm, as we call them, where there's a sea of cubicles as far as the eye can see, and a server goes down, or the email goes out, or some IT problem happens, and everybody pops up like, "Is your computer down too? What's going on? What's going on?" It's the prairie dog effect, and they all start popping up out of their cubicles everywhere.
So this is exactly what happened, and guess what they were saying? You'll never guess. You'll never guess.
I will never guess.
Michael Jackson died.
Oh, that will cause the prairie dog effect.
I was like, what's everybody popping? Michael Jackson died. Michael Jackson died. Michael Jackson died. And I was like, you know what? I wouldn't have heard about this quickly if it wasn't for Twitter. Because it had happened minutes ago. Immediate news right there to everybody in the office. Nobody was like, hey, go to your Facebook and read this thing. Or watch ABC News tonight or CNN. It was right there in everybody's phone that instant. Michael Jackson's dead. And I was like, oh, I guess Twitter's kind of important.
So what I'm thinking right now, what I'm wondering right now is, like, it's on your phone.
Mm-hmm.
Facebook is on your phone.
Yes.
Do people just ignore Facebook at work, but they don't ignore Twitter?
Is It seems like Twitter gets stuff out way quicker.
It's because it's short form and you're
short form. Exactly.
Short attention spans, people.
Yeah, that's how they get you. So the reason I wanted to just bring up Twitter and kind of its impact on the world these days is because I had this article that I think you're gonna enjoy.
Okay.
It's called, here, let me see what it's called here. 105 hilariously accurate tweets about technology.
Yeah.
So you'll see when I start reading off the tweets how it's applicable to just everyday life, and I thought it was kind of entertaining. So let me flip this right here, this intro real quick. I'm gonna just read it verbatim so everybody knows what's up. All right.
Okay.
In this modern age, most of us pretty much eat, breathe, and live technology. I mean, we communicate through technology, work with the help of technology, and spend our free time using technology. Below, Bored Panda, this is by boredpanda.com, by the way. Bored Panda has put together a list of hilarious tweets about technology, including tweets like, "Hey, empty nest parents, if you want your kid to call you, just change your Netflix password." So you see, that's pretty accurate, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, can't get into Netflix anymore. I want to pay for my own account.
That's the way they get their kids to call them. That's so true. Okay, so this first one is from Sherry Vanderwerf. Oh, by the way, this article is by, give props where props is due, Greta. Ooh.
Greta. The article is by Greta.
Yeah. We gonna call her Greta J.
Greta J.
Greta Gerald Vicula.
You should have just left it with Greta J.
Yeah, sorry, Greta. My apologies. Okay. So, Sherry says, "My neighbor has an unsecured wireless printer. I just sent this document to it."
Uh-oh. Does it show the document?
"Hello, I am your partner. I have become self-aware." I'm your partner. And it's got to be a girl's voice, right?
Become self-aware.
"Hello, I am your printer. Feed me ink or I'll print out your search history when your wife is home alone." Homie just got the wireless printer and he gets this on it. He doesn't know that it's from Sherry.
Funny. I've become self-aware.
He's like, "My printer is sentient and it wants to ruin me."
But you know what? There's a problem with that joke.
Please elaborate.
How you gonna print out your search history if you ain't got no ink?
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. This guy, well, you got to add logic to it, man. Let's just roll with
I'm
it.
sorry, I'm an IT guy. I would have been like, "How you gonna print with no ink?" I'm gonna unplug that ass.
And I guess that's why that's accurate, because isn't that kind of every man's nightmare is to have your search history broadcast to public?
I have zero fucks to give.
Oh my goodness, yeah. We all get a little weird,
right?
Don't judge.
Especially during the pandemic.
Oh my gosh, right? Okay, so Will Ferrell. It's actually
Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell. "Sorry, but your password must contain an uppercase letter, a number, a haiku, a gang sign, a hieroglyph, and the blood of a virgin."
The blood of a virgin? Oh, damn.
So that's pretty accurate with the type of passwords they want these
right?
days.
They be getting real carried away these days.
Why there got to be so many rules?
If your password is that complicated that you got to put all that shit in it, you're going to end up writing it on a sticky tab and sticking it on your monitor, in which case, why bother having a password?
Yeah, it's like, do you not want me to remember my own password?
Right?
What are you doing to me over here?
What do you mean I have to change my password every 3 hours?
Oh my gosh, right? Been there.
Just changed my password and I don't remember what that one is.
Like, come on, yo.
Just starting to get used to the new password.
You know what I'm saying? Look, here's what drives me the craziest. And tell me if this is just me or if this has happened to you guys or if it's happened to you, Twon.
Okay, what's up?
You enter your password to, a place that you haven't been in a minute, and it denies it. And it says, you can't, this is the wrong password. And you're like, I know this is the right password. But whatever, I'm gonna just go ahead and reset it, right? So you go to the little thing that lets you reset your password,
I know where you're going with
and you see, because it's not just me, and you enter a different password, and you just change something, right? And then it says, no, we can't, because it has to have all the stuff. And you're like, oh, okay, well, I'll just use the password that I always use, because then I'll remember it.
Yeah.
And then it says you can't use a password that you've already used.
I've had that one too.
Nigga, that's the password you said I haven't used. That's the password you said wasn't good, and now you're saying I can't.
What I've actually had happen before is where I went to change my password and put my password in, and it said, you have to use a different password. You can't use your current password. And I'm like, that's the password I just tried to enter 15 times and it didn't work. And now you're telling me that's my current password?
My current password. Okay, you said it better than I did. That's what I meant. So that does happen to other people.
Yeah, dude, it happens all the time. I hate that shit.
What are you talking? That's.
But you know what? Since you brought that up, before
what
we
is that?
go on with this tweet stuff,
yes,
let's talk about this whole password thing for
Please
a
do.
second, because what's funny and scary at the same time is your phone can remember passwords and shit, right? So when you go to log into stuff, it's like, oh, do you want to use this account and this password?
Yes.
Google Chrome can remember your passwords and your accounts and all that shit. So when you're on your laptop or your phone going to the stuff that you always go to, it's just there and it works,
right?
Which is why you don't remember that shit.
No, you're absolutely correct.
You get so used to using the, what do they call it, the password ring or the password sync or whatever the hell it is, that you don't have to remember all that stuff. And we're like, yes, I don't have to remember it. It's just taken care of all the time until they make me change it.
I'm scared to hear the punchline. I'm scared to hear what you're about to say.
The problem with that is now all your passwords are saved in this one app for everything, right? For your bank, for your email, for your Amazon, for your Netflix, for your whatever.
Yeah.
And if that shit gets hacked, if somebody attacks Google or whatever tool that you're using to save your passwords, now every single one of your passwords is exposed. You got to go change all of your passwords, and now you're fucked. And you need that tool to remember all your passwords, so you start the cycle all over again. I was just thinking about this the other day because I was trying to get into something, just like you said. And I couldn't remember the password. And I was like, this is my password. And that thing I just said just happened. I tried to change my password to the password that I like, and it's like, you can't use your current password. And I was like, why doesn't this thing just remember my password? And I went and updated my password. And then I started thinking, all of my passwords are in this thing. Like, if somebody hacks it, like, they can get into my Robinhood, into my Bank of America, and into all of my stuff that I don't want them in.
Yes.
So I started thinking about, maybe I'm not going to use the password saver anymore, and I'll just type my passwords in. And I did that a couple times, and I was like, nope. I will take the security risk.
Saying, dude. Yeah, what do you remember off your head what the current recommendation is for your password security? Like they don't want you to be doing it the way that we've been doing it and have a similar password for everything. They say you should have a separate password, not for every app, but you should have like 5 different ones that you rotate or something like that. Which
I kind of do that.
It's way too much work.
But you know what? The thought just occurred to me just now, since we're going deep on security now.
Okay.
Quite frequently, when you create an account, the app will recommend or suggest a strong password.
Yes.
And I never take advantage of that because I look at the password and it's a bunch of gibberish
that I'll never remember.
It's like 50 characters.
Yeah,
I'm like,
exactly.
I'm never going to remember that.
Right.
But the thought just occurred to me that you could use that password and then have Google remember it and then just change that shit every couple of weeks. If you don't have to remember it anyway, and Google remembers it, you just change it every couple of weeks, update it in Google, and that way if Google gets hacked, it's the password from last week.
You know what I think nobody will ever guess? If my password is supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Okay, maybe they would. You knew it before I even said started saying it.
Nobody's going to say, let's try this. Oh, it didn't work. Because they're going to leave one character out or spell it differently. Yeah, that's a perfect password, actually. But you don't want to type that shit every day.
No.
All right, what you got next?
All right, so let's go to the next one. When the inventor of the USB stick dies, they will gently lower the coffin and pull it back up, turn it the other way to lower it. And it would serve them right.
That's That's funny. USB-C, baby.
Yo.
USB-C.
That's
Stick
why
it in
we
any way you
appreciate
want.
those so much, man.
That's what she said.
That was that was genius move, though, right?
Well, you know, Apple did it first.
Freaking Apple. Okay. If Internet Explorer is brave enough to ask to be your default browser, then you can be brave enough to ask that girl out.
I get it, because Internet Explorer is whack. It has no game.
Nobody uses Internet Explorer. The only reason they use Explorer is to download Chrome.
Right. That's all I ever use IE for. When I first get onto a computer, I'm like, "Where's Chrome?"
Right?
Ah, shit, you don't have Chrome? All right, let me use IE and I'll download Edge. I think they call it now. Let me use Edge so I can download Chrome. And I never see that shit again unless it opens a PDF file by default or something.
You know what? It's just it makes me feel bad, man, because whenever I'm on a new computer or whatever, and Internet Explorer, or I guess it's something else now, whatever.
Edge.
It's so excited when you launch it. It's like, I have all this new stuff I can do for you. We can do this and that.
Yeah, and I'm like,
What
no,
would you
hold
like
that.
me to do? Download Chrome.
Yeah, download Chrome, and then we're never going to speak again.
Or
IE.
that's gotta feel bad. I got a joke for you.
All right, what's the joke?
You got Chrome, Safari, and Internet Explorer.
Okay.
And then the leader of the pack. And the leader of the pack is like, what do we want? And Chrome and Safari go, fast service.
Uh-oh.
And then the leader says, when do we want it? And Chrome and Safari say, no. And Internet Explorer says, fast service.
I knew that was coming. The page just loaded.
So anyways, you see how these tweets are, they're applicable to modern day life.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess this is supposed to be sung to the tune of that famous
99
song.
beers on the wall.
So you sing it. You go ahead.
99 little bugs in the code. 99 little bugs in the code. Take one down, patch it around. 117 little bugs in the code.
That's a developer joke. A lot of people are not going to get that.
Did you fix it? No, I made it worse.
That's a pretty nerdy joke.
Now I'm going to Tahoe for the weekend. Good luck.
So what do you think, man? Shall we continue? We're up to number 6. We can go to like 10.
Yeah, let's do 10.
Okay.
Let's make it
Go
even
for 10.
10.
All right.
10 tweets.
Let's see. These have been pretty good so far.
Yeah.
They're getting progressively not as good.
Yeah, right.
You know
That's
what
why
I'm
they're
saying?
number 6.
That's why- yeah.
that's why you were not number 1.
Okay. Ahmed says, quote, I don't watch TV, end quote. Proudly says a person who spends 12 hours a day on the internet.
Right? I watch this TV-like device that pulls videos from someplace other than the airwaves.
I don't watch TV.
Right?
I'm too busy reading the works of Albert Einstein and Shakespeare. No, you're not.
No.
You're watching the same stuff that would have been on TV.
Right? You're just watching it. You just watch TV on demand
Right.
on your laptop or your computer.
Is you watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Sabrina the Witch or whatever. Okay, I've been watching Sabrina the Witch.
I was just going to say, you told me that was dope.
Don't at me. Buffy the Vampire Slayer, not so much, but
Right, it was just Sabrina, right?
that show was.
I
that show
started
was
to I
tight.
started to watch one of the episodes, and I was like, "This is a little dark." And then I don't know what
Yeah.
happened. I got sidetracked, and I never went back and watched it again.
Yo,
I was like, I can't be caught watching this shit.
You know what? I wouldn't have been exactly how I felt. I thought it was gonna be some teenage love triangle BS.
Yes,
which it is. However,
what do they call
along
that
with
werewolf
that,
shit?
huh? Oh, Twilight.
Twilight.
Yeah, I
That's-
thought it was gonna
gonna
be
some
like
shit like
Twilight.
that, yeah.
Yes. Nah, son. It's the way that I heard about it is some of the nerd vloggers that I watch. I'm not gonna name any names, but people that I trust that always got the dopest Easter eggs for Star Wars and Marvel and all that. They were talking about Sabrina the Witch, and I was like, huh. I trust these guys. Let me check it out. Now, the first 2 to 3 episodes are kind of like what you expect, and then it goes somewhere else. And yeah, man,
We're gonna have to do a reactive. We'll sit here and watch it.
Yeah. We'll tell you guys. We'll do a follow-up for Sabrina. But anyway.
All right. Number 7.
This is the most suspicious error screen I have ever seen.
No error.
And the error screen says no error. That's pretty true. Dude, no error at all.
Not very funny.
Why are you? No, you know what? It's not.
That's why you were number 7.
Progressively worse.
Yeah. Let's see how number 8
see
is
what number
looking.
8 says.
Moving a picture in Microsoft Word.
It actually does what you want. Messes up the whole document. Well,
that didn't format very well. You mess up the whole document, I think is what that's supposed to say.
See, it didn't format very well. Why do you think? Oh, that's true.
Oh, okay, now I get it.
Yeah. It's kind of funny that they did it like that. I like that. I like that one.
So we were just slow on that one. That's actually pretty funny.
That was pretty good.
You should have been number 3.
Word.
Or at least number 6.
Now I'm confused. Is Meredith Frost part of the?
She commented and said every time.
Oh, every time. Okay, why'd she get a Bitly link?
Probably a link to that image, maybe.
Okay, there we go. Oh,
so maybe she was the poster. I don't use Twitter. I don't know how this shit works.
I know, right? True. Sometimes when I play a game, the screen goes dark and I see my own reflection in the mirror, and I wonder.
In the monitor.
And I in the mirror, in the monitor.
With my life?
And I wonder, what am I doing with my life? Yeah, that's.
I mean, if I'm being honest, I kind of get that because
I guess
with the way things are right now, I'll get up, and if I don't have meetings or conference calls or a session to do, I'll sit in the living room in front of the 70-inch playing Fortnite.
Right.
And I'll have, I've got my pajamas on or some sweats or something, and haven't shaved or anything, and I'm not doing anything. I don't see myself in the reflection and say, what am I doing with my life? But after a couple hours of playing video games, I'm like, I should do something with my life.
Man, you know what, though? Now that you just explained the joke, I know it's not funny.
It's not funny if you have to explain it.
Exactly. There you go.
All right,
we all the way
10.
to number 10. Let's wrap it up.
The
Let's see
finale.
what's popping. Amazon thinks my recent humidifier purchase was merely the inaugural move in a newfound hobby of humidifier collecting.
What?
I did not get that. I'm slow. Wait a minute. Can you read it again? Let's try to make sense of this. What's going on?
Amazon thinks my recent humidifier purchase was merely the inaugural move in a newfound hobby of humidifier. Oh, probably because they start suggesting you just bought that. Do you want these other 5 humidifiers? Okay, I get that.
Pretty funny. Now I get it. It just took me a second because anytime dude, it's artificial intelligence.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you bought that? You
Yep.
must like humidifiers.
Yeah.
Here's 5 other humidifiers that are similar to the one you bought. You want one of these?
Right?
No, I already have one.
I see you like Adidas. Do you want the hat? Do you want some sneakers?
Actually,
Here's some
that's
kicks.
helpful. But I don't want another humidifier.
That's why it's funny because it's a humidifier. He's not trying to collect humidifiers. He already made his decision.
Okay, it's getting funnier as we talk about it.
Okay, so you know what? Maybe we'll do this again. Maybe we'll do 10 to 20 on a follow-up video.
Maybe.
You guys let us know if you like
let us know
it.
what you think in the comments.
We like to do what you guys like. Let us know if you see what you like and you like what you see. Please smash that like button.
Smash it.
If you really like us and you want to support, subscribe to the channel.
Subscribe.
We would really appreciate it. And if not, then to hell with you. That's a quote from a Conan movie. I'm just playing. We still love you. All right.
All right, y'all.
That's it. That's all.
It's Tech Taste Daily.
Easy.
Base in the space means peace. See you later.
Tech Taste Daily.